Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Van Hub, which is HackNorth OS. Hex. The link will be added into the description section below. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. As you know, this will help me with YouTube algorithm. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Kali Linux VM. The first would be to discover the IP address of the target, and we can use the utility of netdiscover as usual. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 175. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and self scanning by the Nmap. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just cut out its result. I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. Although, as you can see over here, the IP address of a target has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. And from the Nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the version information, Open SSH 7.2. Although this version is not updated, I don't think we can find any workable vulnerability except the username enumeration vulnerability. Of course, this is not what we want at this point. The next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. So what do we have to do next? It's obvious that we need to do the enumeration with this web application both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser of Firefox. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Yeah, we got this page back, and the home downloads, but not found. So this is not effective hyperlink and contact. This will be led to internet. So we just go back. Of course, we need to be focusing on the target or local machine. Okay, and at the bottom there are also some links, but sorry, we can go back. News. Such links are not active or effective at all. Okay, and as usual, we can check its source code by right-clicking the mouse, and you can get the source code, but nothing exciting information from its source code. Next, we need to check whether this site has robots file. Not found. So far, I think we have already completed the manual enumeration with this web application. Now we need to do the automatic enumeration by utilizing some, tools or utilities. For example, like the first one, I always take is Nikto. And Nikto can give us the information about the web application from a variety of aspects, like the version information and also the header information and allowed HTTP methods. Also, this utility will enumerate out some common files or directories like CSS, HTML. But usually CSS, HTML image doesn't contain something interesting. and WordPress. Interesting, of course. First of all, afterwards we need to check out this directory WordPress. But before we do that, I'd like to launch the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. And then we can go back to launch to launch the manual enumeration, because we have already found the new directories. GoBuster extension option. Press enter. In the meantime, we can take a first look at the WordPress directory. And WordPress. We got this page back. And this is, of course, this is the WordPress CMS. But apparently this page, this site is not loaded or rendered completely. So let's view the page source. Very weird. The host name is localhost. You know, I'm not sure whether you can solve this issue. Even we can, we can edit, or for example, we can edit the host file, and we can remove these first 3 entries and put the IP address of the target and then the local host. Normally we can use it this way, but I don't know which kind of reason led me to the problem. I cannot connect to the target by the browser. But actually, this will not affect the penetration with this machine. Okay, so now we can quit, and it's almost done. I don't think the GoBuster can discover more directories or files. To save time of this video, I'd like to interrupt here. So next, how to do? We need to launch the particular enumeration with the CMS, right? The WordPress, so we can use. And WordPress, because this directory is hosting the WordPress application, and we can use option of E, which means enumerate, and we want to enumerate the user name and plugins. It's done. The user identified the web. We can put down such information onto our notebook. So next, we need to try to attack or crack the password for this user, right? We can use LockU as word list. As a matter of fact, I do not think we can find the password with reasonable time. Okay, to save time of this video, I'd like to stop here. So how to do? Of course, also you can make scanning against the plugins, but nothing. I don't think we can find useful information. However, just now we have already by the negative or GoBuster found other directories. Such one of the directories contains very important information. So I think this is the major difficulty for this machine. If you can find find this directory, and also if you can do this enumeration with this directory very carefully and patiently, I think this machine is not difficult at all. Okay, so now we have to know that the Nikto by Nicktoon we found some directories, right? For example, like all the GoBuster, yeah, like image HTML. So we can take a look at the HTML directory, but nothing under this directory, and also CSS directory, some Cascade style sheet file. In most cases, such files doesn't contain or doesn't have any interesting information. Okay, so now let's take a look at the image directory. I think besides like background picture icon, there is another very interesting picture or image flag host, and we need to put this information just I did, but this doesn't work for my case. I don't know why. However, if you download this picture to our working directory on the Kali Linux, and then we need to analyze this image, we can use different techniques to analyze, but this one, the picture format is PNG, so we cannot use like stack hide or stack seek, because both utilities do not support PNG format. Okay. However, Xf2, we can use this utility to print out the metadata of this picture or of this file. Okay. As you can see, we found at the almost the bottom, we found this. It looks like this password, but because we can use this. Just now we have already found the username web. Although this user is used by the WordPress, however, maybe username is reused, right? So now we can use SSH web. And we can paste over here. But this doesn't work. Interesting. As a matter of fact, this is not a password, although it looks very similar. It looks like this should be the password, but it isn't. Okay, and this is the directory, and we can put over here, and we can get the. I think this file we have already got this one. We need to add or edit the host file and put the target IP address and localhost to this file. But when I did that, when I did the machine the first time, this doesn't work. But okay, let's go back. Here we got the second flag, and this is encoded by the brainfuck. And I think we have already used this encoding algorithm for many times. We can copy, and you can go to the website, this one. The link will be added into the description section below, and you can paste over here and execute, and then we can get the. I think this should be the credentials we can copy and put over here. Next, we can SSH to the target again and use this password instead. We can copy and paste in here. It does work, right? And we can spawn the bash session, which looks better. Okay, and we can get the third flag, and also, of course, at this moment we do not have permission to read the bash history because this file is owned by the root user. And we can go to the home directory. There is another user A. But we cannot do very much at this moment. Next, we can check the architecture, the kernel. Very old kernel. But I'm not going to take this possibly vulnerable kernel to elevate privilege. So what else we can check? For example, like sudo. We can run the AWK. This is some sort of the text processing utility. Can extract information. This is a very, very important utility, okay? But this is not our focus in this video. And so I think it's very clear we need to make use of this AWK to elevate privilege. However, the question is how to do it, right? And then we can go to the website of the GTF OBIMS, and the link will be added into the description section as well. And you can go to the sudo. Of course, if you go back, you can input or submit AWK, and then go to the sudo, and then you can get the commands or the instruction to elevate privilege. We just simply copy this command entirely, and then we can paste over here. As you can see, we have already been successful, escalating the privilege. And then we can navigate to root directory, and then we can get the final flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.